You're checking out Willie D Live.
Ladies and gentlemen, little Duval is in the building.
What's up, OG?
What's up, homie?
Ain't nothing, man. Pleasure to be on your podcast, man.
Thank you,
Told
man.
you I was coming, man.
Yeah, man, I really do appreciate it, man. What do you think, man? Would you have jumped on that bus, man? I mean,
Would I had jumped on the bus?
I mean, would you have went back and saved the kids on a burning bus?
Probably so. Like
Yeah.
I like the kids. I do stuff for the kids. So
Yeah.
if I felt like I couldn't have did it. Like if I saw a little glimmer of hope, I would have tried. But if I would have saw they finna die anyway, I probably wouldn't have did it. I would have just prayed for them and told them God gonna be with them. Cause I mean we all dying soon anyway. It's just
right.
Then you think about it, in 100 years, we all don't live past 100 years. They just in the big scheme of things, 100 years is like that. So you just died earlier.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's how I look at it.
And now what if one of those kids were your kid?
I mean, I'm dying
Same
for my
thing.
kid. I mean, that's different. We talking
Yeah.
about some kids I really don't know. I fuck around and save one of them kids, and they do something fucked up anyway when they grown up. So I just wasted my heroism on the losers. But
Right.
I think my daughter, I'm gonna die for her. That's about it.
Right.
That's about the only person I'd probably die for out here. Yeah.
You know what, man?
It depends. I would die for my mama, but it depends on what day it is. Cause some days she be tripping. So if she catch me on the bed, I'm gonna say, Mama, you was tripping this day. So I mean, you got to take this air. You lived your life,
Right.
you know. But my daughter, I'm gonna die for it. It don't even matter.
But are you and your mom close?
Nah, we real close. I'm just joking and stuff.
You just
but
jokes.
yeah, nah, I'm just joking. I forgot we were Willie D. You can't joke
Yeah,
too much.
yeah,
Shit get
yeah.
real around here. My bad, Willie.
Say, man, now you from Jacksonville, Florida, man.
Yeah.
Now, how did you end up doing comedy in Jacksonville, Florida? I've been to Jacksonville many times, and it seemed like there's not a lot of opportunity out there.
Nah, there isn't. I mean, I'm from Jacksonville, but I started doing stand up actually in Atlanta. When I
Okay.
moved to Atlanta, when I turned like 19,
Okay.
I started doing stand up, and I moved to Atlanta, and that's where I didn't start doing stand up in Atlanta till I was about 21.
Right.
But once I started doing that, then it just snowballed into what it is today, man. I've been getting on the grind and been doing my thing, man.
Right.
Yeah.
You ever had a comic steal your joke?
I mean, that's inevitable, especially nowadays with the internet. They steal your joke and make it a goddamn skit.
Right.
You know, and then when you get on stage and do it, it ain't got the impact of the thing, but it's almost like it comes with the territory now. So
It ever came to blows? I mean,
no,
close?
because I'm more of a thing like I'm to the point now. If you steal my joke, that's cool, but I'm gonna steal your best joke.
Right.
And nobody gonna remember you doing my joke, but they gonna remember when
Right.
I do your shit.
Right.
So you might not want to fuck with me, and I'm gonna make it look good. But I don't watch comedians is like I used to, like when I first started. I don't really watch them, so I don't know what people doing or what they not doing. You know, so
Because you found your lane now. You got your own lane.
yeah,
now.
yeah. I mean, I've always had my lane. That's how I got to where I'm at now. I never went with because I think in this game and in anything, we think there's a blueprint to it, but there's really no blueprint. You know, I'm one of the people, when I see people going left, I go right. So when I seen everybody doing this, I was like, I'm finna go this way. Because when I first started, it wasn't too many like hip hop young comedians out. You know what I'm saying? Only comedians I could think of that kind of represented hip hop or the urban area at that time was maybe T.K. Kirkland and Doodoo Brown. You know them. I don't know if you're familiar. You got to be familiar with T.K. You know what I'm
Of
saying?
course.
Yeah, but
T.K. Kirkland.
Yeah, exactly. But at the same time, they were older. They wasn't like the young generation. I'm the younger generation, so I kind of spoke for that voice, and so that was a total, and nobody was doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I came in, and I spoke for the young people when it came to comedy, and now them young people done got old like me. You know?
Right,
So,
right.
So it's kind of helped me as far as, because the good thing about stand-up, it ain't like hip-hop or rap. The older you get, the better it get for you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or the longer you in it, the better it get. Where in hip-hop, you know, hip-hop is a young man's sport. So if you old, you kind of played out in that game.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So it kind of helped me.
Yeah, and they gonna tell you, remind you of it. You know, they've been trying to.
What the hell is that? Somebody farted? The house farted?
Damn.
Nigga, the building them farted.
What is that, dude?
The pipe.
Okay,
Yeah,
man. Okay, y'all. I mean, we got some. That ain't even technical difficulty. We got something going on with the building, man. But, you know, but
Yeah, that's what happens when you use the building for the low. And they say you can use this room.
Listen here, man.
What's that?
How is it that you first actually got in the game? Well, where was your break? Like,
That's hard to kind of pinpoint because like.
Well, let me ask you this here: when you started doing it, at what point did you say I can do this and get paid to do this?
Actually, my first show. I mean, like I started. I don't like to give how I came up because then it gives young people false sense of this how easy it is.
Yeah.
Because like when I came up, like I said, I was doing something so totally different. It worked quick. And so I kind of blew up kind of fast as far as with stand-up comedian. Like, as soon as I came in, I got on Comic View the first year. I started doing shows and stuff like that there. So
Your first year in comedy, you on Comic View.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And so, other comedians was hating on me. And I get it. Like, how this nigga come up here and I've been doing this shit for 10 years and all of a sudden he just get on there. Because I was different from everybody
That's
else.
true. That's
you
true.
What I'm saying? So, of course, they going to go with what's different. And I was funny.
Right.
So, I guess Comic View, Set Your Entertainer, he took me on tour with him and I did the starting lineup, the tour that he had. And I always pay homage to him. Like, I'm one of the people, I don't care about who helped me now, I care about who helped me first. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it's like a ladder. You can't get to the top until you step on that first step, and that first step was him. So I always give him his props because if it wasn't for him, that wouldn't have snowballed into what it was now. You never know. So I guess he's like the person that, because he was taking me on the road when I was doing Madison Square Garden with him before I really knew how big it was to do Madison Square Garden. So I mean.
Wait a minute, man. You didn't have an idea how big Madison Square Garden was?
I didn't know. Like, I went into comedy. I know more about hip hop than I do about stand up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know about it. I just knew I was good at it. I knew I was funny. Like, I love hip hop, but my talent was comedy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So at least I was smart enough to do my talent instead of doing what I love to do. A lot of people just do it. I love to rap. I'm a rap, and they suck. So, but I loved it. But what I did do, I incorporated hip hop into comedy. And I made it, and I made it to where it was. Where the comedy audience could understand it, so that was my lane.
Yeah.
And now it's everybody. Now you got a new generation where that whole genre is a whole thing. It's nothing but young comedians now.
Right.
Well, they call themselves comedians, but they're internet funny. Like.
So, now what is internet funny?
I mean, when you get on the camera, all right, let me see what the people want to laugh at. I mean, it's kind of hard. I don't like to shit on them because at the end of the day, I kind of opened that lane for it. So if I shit on that, it's like I'm shitting on myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I started doing it. Like, I always used to do it. I always used to do skits, all that stuff there. But the difference is I understood what it was. I understood what stand-up is. Now they just doing it like, oh, I want to be funny. I can be a comedian. This shit working. Or I can, like, what a comedian is. To them, they think they comedians because they being funny. But they're not doing stand-up, which maybe that's another genre of comedian now. Like now, how hip-hop and turned into this, to that. That's the proper way happened with stand-up and being a comedian now. It turned into the internet, into where you can do skits, and it has it because people making money off of it now. So
they making a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean, you can get on YouTube and make some money just by having million views. So, I mean.
Right.
That's a good thing when you look at the big scheme of things for people being able to make money,
So, but doesn't it dilute the craft? Everything
always get diluted.
Yeah.
Everything do. I mean, we can sit up here and complain about it all day, or you can roll with it. It's like the dope game. It went from it was heroin one minute, then went to coke, then went to crack. You gonna be still trying to sell crack out here when heroin booming?
Right.
Or you gonna get out there and start selling heroin now? So it's the same thing. It's like, I mean, I can sit up here and it's like, man, this ain't comedy. Give a fuck. These niggas don't give a fuck. It's just like when I came up, anybody give a fuck about that shit? I didn't give a fuck about them old niggas talking about this, that, or whatever. So now I'm the old nigga, I guess. Even though I ain't even old, but I mean, in this day and age, shit, if you ain't 20, nigga, you a granddad.
You're checking out Willie D Live.